Hey, everybody.
Hey, everybody. So good to see you today.
Are you leading?
We're
Are
on.
you ready?
We're on Stronger,
Together.
and we're glad you're here tonight.
And we've got Christmas brain. It is the countdown to Christmas.
No chili, no hot food, no nothing.
Yeah, you're done with the hot sauce.
Feels so good.
You're done with the hot sauce. So we hope, I cannot believe it is, Christmas Eve is next Thursday.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, we are a week away from Christmas
Hey,
Eve.
Sharon, good to have you on. I don't know if we've ever just had one person. So, Sharon, let the balloons fall. Dude, can I do an emoji that makes balloons fall? Congrats. Is that one?
Well, it's
no, it didn't do it.
It's Christmas, and so everybody's got a lot going on, and I think it's
Priscilla's on. Good to see you, Priscilla.
Yes, Priscilla, we've missed you.
Yeah, good to have you on, Priscilla. Come to church.
So we know that everybody is, the
Scrambling.
beautiful thing is, I actually laid in my bed this morning at 5:00 in the morning and did most of my Christmas shopping for my family, and
Yeah,
it was awesome.
That must have been a good feeling.
Well, you know what? And I shipped it directly to their house. Like, is that awful? Like, I'm not going to wrap it or anything.
Well, you can't really.
I feel like that's really
be with
bad.
people.
Well, I don't have time to do that. I don't have time to ship it to me and then wrap it and then ship to them. And then at the same time, I was like, doesn't make sense to ship it to me and then to pay to ship it to them. And so I just had it shipped directly. And I was like, you know what? It's COVID. So I guess that I don't think that's horrible etiquette.
It's a good thing.
Christmas etiquette.
Sharon says she's devoted. Yes, you are devoted. Let me
are
tell you this
devoted.
right now.
And we
Jesus,
miss
when he was
you. We
crucified,
miss your face. We miss seeing you.
when
and your
Jesus was
joy and your
crucified,
laughter.
nobody was there except for a couple of people. So,
Okay, well, we're
We
talking
appreciate
about
that.
Christmas right now.
well, Christmas leads to Easter.
I know, but
It's a
we're
connection.
talking about the babe in the manger.
Hey, not Sharon. Hey, Tammy, good to have you on tonight too.
Yeah, Tammy's
So we're
faithful
three
too.
is now three is a powerful number. So we're glad that's the Trinity. Three is a Trinity. So that's a good thing. So we're getting biblical here.
So, how are you doing on your Christmas
I'm good.
shopping?
I've gotten
Rev?
everything done. I'm ready. I've done what I need to do, and I'm good. I'm ready to do Christmas. I'm ready to have Christmas Eve service. I'm ready for people to pile in that we haven't seen in 8 months.
Well, unfortunately, COVID is
So
rearing its ugly head. So, we're just going to have to.
yeah,
But we have had an incredible year.
I'm working out.
Thankful to this church that they have continued to trust and be obedient and
Oh,
give.
yeah,
and
for sure.
because of that, there's a lot of ministry and mission that's been able to
yeah, we've done a
take
lot of great
place.
stuff.
And we have been, it has been, ministry this year has been very different. And I think we're going to go into 2021 knowing that there's a lot of
Once we get this vaccine,
a lot of
in
people that are going to need a lot of help recovering from this, though, emotionally, because it has
Yeah.
not been an easy journey. It has been, I think, challenging for. I told somebody the other day. I said, "Well, you laughed at me one Sunday because I got up in front of the church and I said, I feel like
Well,
you."
this was
can't
a strange comment.
What?
I know what you're going to say. That you can't. Is it when you wear a mask, you feel like people can't see you?
That's what I feel like.
And I felt like,
I felt
okay,
like-
well, that was the strangest
No.
thing. Like, I thought you were like invisible. Now I know what you mean.
When I got up
Like you
there
can't
to
see your
speak
face.
to the church, I said, I feel like you guys can't see me. And then Jim was like, well, that's the oddest statement ever. You're not invisible. And I was like, well, no, it's not that I'm not invisible,
Right.
but between the glasses and the mask
Right.
and the fog from the mask, because when you breathe, now that's interesting. If the mask works, right, there's still stuff coming up into my glasses
Right.
that's causing condensation. So where's
Right.
that going? But anyway, what I meant is I just feel like you can't see me. You can't see my face. And then I talked to another church member the other day. She goes, I feel the same way.
Yeah,
And so,
it's good to build consensus.
yeah. But the mask does keep your face warm.
Does
I
it?
did, yeah. When it's cold out and you've got the mask on, there's one benefit to the mask.
Well,
for
hopefully
wintertime.
we're going to be getting the vaccine. Hopefully we're going to be getting people vaccinated. Hopefully, we're close to an end here. I mean, by spring of next year, I mean, we should. I mean,
we
hopefully
will
by
have gone
Easter.
a whole 12 months.
Hopefully by Easter we'll have Easter services. I'm praying we'll have Easter services and the church will be filled again.
What a Resurrection Sunday that would
Yeah,
be.
that would be pretty cool. I don't know
That
when
would be
Easter
great.
is, but it's, hey, Madeline, good to have you on.
Well, I think winter's got a lot of us a little bit. I've been meeting with people because we're pastors, right? So we can't go to the hospitals.
Yes,
We can't
it's hard.
be
It's
with
hard.
them or pray with them. We can't go visit with people that are homebound. We can't, I mean, we're
we
trying
take
to be.
we've taken the COVID thing very seriously. We don't go into the hospitals. I mean, we've heard
Well, we
more people
can't.
that
We
go.
can't get in.
We've heard more people that have gone into the hospital and gotten COVID as a patient before they went into the hospital. They go in for another thing. They get COVID in the hospital, and it's real. It's there. That's the front line. So it's a very difficult place to be, and
I actually
very
went into
difficult
a
place to
store
do ministry.
today. I went into a store. I intentionally gone to go to a store, and then kind of got sidetracked, window shopped. Oh, I need to go in there and take a look. And so, as I'm in there shopping, a lady comes in and says, "Oh, the store next door, which was the one I was getting ready to go into, just evacuated. They just told everybody they needed to evacuate." And so when I was just curious, so when I left, I walked next door to see, and they said that it was temporarily closed, and they were taking temperatures and stuff. So I don't know what happened in there, but I'm like wondering, wow, did somebody have a fever and they just
It sounds like they
freaked
got
out
shut down
and
because of COVID.
Yeah, I don't know. And that's what one guy said. He goes, "Well, I guess somebody got COVID in there." Like, how would you know that? Like, how would you know unless somebody just said it?
Right.
I don't know. So anyway, it's an interesting time, and so we hope that you are getting your Christmas on because it's going to be here. And
Victor, good to have you on tonight. It's a time where, as you're winding down towards the end of the year, I think we're feeling how do we get all the loose ends tied, and you might be feeling, how do I communicate with family, and are you guys even meeting with your families? I don't think I would. If you are, please say yes. If not, comment down below. But we're not. I'm doing a drive-by with my mom. I mean, just saying hello, dropping off a present, and that's about it. And so mom and dad aren't getting a visit. We're not doing dinner. We're just not doing
in the
anything.
summer, you could sit outside and socially distance, and now because it's just so miserable and so cold, I shared this. I don't remember when I shared. Oh, I shared this on Tuesday on my podcast. But my mom's husband has been sick for 4 years. In fact, the last time I was home, he had a heart attack right in front of us. And he has been battling something ever since then. And so he's in and out of a nursing home because he's on dialysis. He's got diabetes. Just got a lot of stuff that's going on. And my mom, the only way she can see him, because she can't get in the nursing home because of COVID, is when they transport him to dialysis, and she prepares their lunch and sits outside and shares lunch with him. That's how she sees him. And I just, I picture my mom freezing because it's cold and there's snow up there already. But that's how she's finding joy in this time. And so I think we've all found what's important to us, the things that are really important to us. I think moving out of this season, we're going to be able to kind of trim out some of the fat in our lives. Well, COVID fat for sure. The
Literally,
15, the COVID
we're
15,
working out, so that's.
But we're trying to get a jump start on it.
Tomorrow will be day 3.
But I love baking Christmas cookies, and I'm already thinking about I need to do that.
Don't do it.
I know.
Cheryl, good to have you on tonight.
So.
It's a time. I mean, I think for me, as I go into the last, I'm determined that the last week is going to be filled with patience. The fruit of the Spirit I'm going to have is patience and an absolute tolerance for other people.
That will bring me great joy.
Tolerance and patience for other people. That's what I'm not going to let I'm not going to let excuses get in the way of my enjoyment.
Don't let them steal your
Christmas
joy.
Eve,
Don't let them steal your
church,
joy.
of what I do. I'm just not going to do it. I'm going to have a great Christmas Eve. I'm going to go look at some lights. I think I'm going to go do lights after Christmas Eve. That's when we're going to do lights.
After Christmas Day.
Yeah, after Christmas Day. And we're going to be working hardcore. I'm hoping we're not going to be working hardcore. That's all I remember is just like scrambling the last 3 or 4 days up until Christmas Eve. And, that was no fun. So I'm hoping that we're going to just, maybe this weekend, we'll get everything done, have all of our ducks in a row.
I'm a planner. I'm a planner. I like to plan ahead.
Yeah.
I like to have it done. However, we have done many Christmas Eves where we're still running hard up until that 11 o'clock hour.
Oh, everything happens.
Into that 11 o'clock
There's
hour.
if you want to see everything that could go wrong, just stick around behind the curtain on Christmas Eve and Easter Day. I mean, those are the hottest messes on the planet. Just if it could
Anyway.
if it could break, if it could go out, if it could not work, if it could not turn on,
Never let them see you sweat.
and it could be perfect the day
Never let them
before.
see you sweat.
And we could do a dry run through the day before, and then it comes back, and it's like somebody came into the
Somebody
audio
asked if
room
we're
and
going to
just
light
hit
candles.
a bunch of dials.
You know, I mean, you have to think
Yeah,
about
I think we
everything.
are.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm like, I think we can just stretch your arm. You know, if your arm's 3 feet long, do you think your arm's about 3 feet long? I think mine is. And their arm's 3 feet long. You can just pass the light.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna pass. We're doing candles.
Yeah, we're going to sing Silent Night, Holy Night.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's going to be a great evening. I mean, well, it's going to be a great day. We do it at 12. That was a really, we turn out, we cover all the windows and the doors, and you don't really get the sense that it's the middle of the day, and you get a great experience. I mean, it was packed. It was just a great. We know it's not going to be that way this year. I mean,
so
that's
let's
just
give
not
them
going
an
to happen.
update on our schedule next week.
Yeah.
We were just talking about that. So next week,
Hey, Susan.
Monday, you're going to be on for Dug Up and Dusted Off at 8 p.m.
Yeah, next
Monday
week I'll be
night.
on Monday night. You'll be on for Tuesday morning, and
Tuesday
then
morning,
then
8
we're
o'clock.
done. We're not doing Stronger Together on Tuesday or Thursday of
We
next
love
week.
y'all, and we love being with y'all, but because Thursday will be Christmas Eve, and
And
we're
we
gonna
just
be
need
working,
to. Tuesday will just be a day where we start getting ready for Thursday. So that's just going to be a day we're going to be working. And yeah, Monday and Tuesday morning, Monday evening, Tuesday morning.
I'm okay. You wanted me to do a
Yeah,
podcast.
that's fun. You've got a good one
You
coming
wanted
up.
me to do a podcast. I didn't want to do it. I was dragging my feet. I didn't really want to do it. I just don't think that I'm really. I don't know. I just don't feel comfortable in front of the camera. Honestly, I just don't.
Yeah,
But I've
shouldn't.
had so much fun. I mean, I
Yeah,
had
it's fun.
I had a great guest. I mean, Joy was just a lot of fun, and she's going to be with us Sunday. She's going to sing. She has her Christmas CD, and so that's going to be a lot of fun. And then Stacy is going to be on with me the week after Christmas, and then I've got somebody coming to talk about being financially fit in the new year.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm looking at having a couple counselors, family therapists come on too, because there's just a lot of stress right now in our families. But we're going to have fun Tuesday morning. I'm going to do a few of my favorite things. And so we're just going to have a fun time with it.
Yeah, I think if you choose between any of the podcasts, the three that we do, Sherry's would be the one to tune into because
No.
oh yeah.
No.
Hers is
This is
you got a great. She's got a great several great topics coming up. I mean, if you can tune in at 8, it's for men and women. Of course, there were just a ton of women on it. Hey, Kevin, there were a ton of women on it last week, but it is for men, and men would enjoy it. So get it. If you're up at 8, come on,
Yeah, it's fun.
check it out.
We'll have fun.
And
it's fun.
but where have you guys? I want to ask this question. Where have you guys watched Lights? Have y'all driven to see Lights this year? And where have you gone? Put it down in the comment box because we're going after Christmas. So
The Atlanta
I heard Atlanta Botanical's great.
Gardens, definitely got to do that one.
Yeah,
We
I
have
heard
not-
Atlanta Botanical's
I've never
great.
done that one. I definitely want to do that one.
and Callaway I've heard is good.
Oh, I've never done that one either.
I've never done that one. And
Oh,
then
well, we need to do that one.
and then I don't know of any other ones that are like just sort of mind blowing.
We did something last year. Do you
Hey
remember?
Teresa, love you. Praying for your family, Teresa.
Absolutely.
All day long. We love you guys so
do you
much.
remember Christmas Eve coming back from Peachtree City last year? We did that lantern.
Oh
that Chinese
yeah,
lantern.
the Chinese lantern thing was pretty incredible.
Yeah, we were coming back up from Peachtree
Yeah.
City. And we're like, what's going on over there? And that was gorgeous. Now, I don't think that's back this year. I don't
no,
think
that
so.
was
Just
that
kinda
was
passing
surreal.
through. Yeah, it was beautiful. So
that we didn't have COVID then.
so make some new memories this year, because I know that we all are going to be, like you said, I can't go home and see my mom because of her husband, and it's just not worth the risk. A lot of y'all will not be traveling to see family. A lot of you won't be gathering around the Christmas table or the tree together. So it's going to be a difficult season, but make a new memory. So
Yeah,
I think
try
we could
to.
talk about that. What do we make a new memory?
Yeah, well, I talked about giving last night, just like that was something that if you're down and not feeling good, that it make a giving memory and, make that happen in your life. I mean, think of one human being that you can bring a blessing to, and that always, every single time, makes you feel better. It just does. It's just connecting you to the kingdom of heaven, and every single time we do that, we allow joy and love to run through our veins and our spirit, and wherever we were, whatever we were depressed about, or whatever we were sad about, goes away.
Well, we helped Phyllis pack the boxes for the families, the food boxes this week, and that was joyful to me, to just know that our church was a part of providing for a family in need. Yeah. And so I found great joy in that. And then today I took the blankets, all those blankets that everybody made. We were trying to get them into an assisted living homes, but with COVID, it was just a challenge, and we weren't able to do that. And so today I was like, they're going to a shelter. They've got to get out of my car. It is freezing, and somebody could use it. So I drove up to Must Ministries, and I just said, "Do y'all need blankets?" And he goes, "Absolutely, we would love them." And I opened the trunk, and he was like, "Wow." Mm-hmm. And that was another thing that just was like, really made me feel that's the joy of giving. And I think sometimes we get busy packing and buying and purchasing and wrapping and checking off the list, and we fail to remember that sometimes
send it to P.O. Box 8172, Atlanta, Georgia 31106.
Sometimes it's a small gesture, though. Right. It's just a small gesture.
Phone call.
Yeah, exactly. So, anyway, so it's open mic night, and we haven't asked anybody anything
yet. Hey, do y'all have any questions for us?
We're just kind of rambling on.
We've got a little group tonight, so do y'all have any questions? I think it's been a great night to come on. It's so cold outside. Anybody got any questions for us about anything, about Christmas, about, when's the weather going to turn warmer?
I don't know. Do you know that?
It's not next week. It's supposed to be warmer.
I think it's raining on Christmas Eve.
Is it seriously going to rain on Christmas Eve?
I shouldn't have told you that right this minute.
Oh, you're lying.
No, I actually think it's supposed to, but that's okay.
Well, that just would be perfect, wouldn't it? I mean, seriously. Oh, yeah.
But it can change.
The only day. And then it's supposed to snow on Friday. So
yes, a white Christmas. I mean, if we're all stuck in our houses, it would be a great time for a white Christmas.
It ought to be a nor'eastern
as long as everybody's got their
Christmas
food
Eve. That just gives us another reason to cancel the daggum thing. So those would be perfect. Grinch.
It's just a little rain.
Oh man, those people don't like to get wet. They hate it.
We're going to choose joy today.
We're not streaming.
We're
not streaming Christmas Eve, and we're not doing a live stream.
Oh, we're not doing a live stream on Christmas
I don't think
Eve?
so. We didn't last time.
Oh yeah, no, we didn't.
Because we got to bolt down to Peachtree City.
Yeah.
So we can't do a live stream.
So just a reminder on the schedule. Worship on Sunday. So we'll be 10 o'clock at Canton, 12 o'clock online. Yeah. 12 o'clock online. We're 30 minutes earlier so we can get down to Peachtree City on time. And then 4 o'clock in Peachtree City. Dug up and dusted off Monday night. ID podcast on Tuesday morning at 8.
I guess we could do an early morning one.
Okay, so Christmas Eve, I'm just kind of running this down. Yeah. Christmas Eve, 11 o'clock. If you're comfortable coming to the Cherokee Charter Academy, we are serving brunch at 11 o'clock. It's from Cracker Barrel. So we need to know by this Sunday if you're coming. Mm-hmm. We have a really good group coming in Canton, and we've got a lot of guests coming, which is really exciting. And so service then is at 12. And then we'll be heading down to Peachtree City, 4 o'clock Christmas Eve service in Peachtree City, candlelight, both services. And then 5 o'clock dinner, turkey and ham and dressing and green beans.
From
Cracker Barrel.
From Cracker Barrel.
Yes, we're going to have a lot of Cracker Barrel on Christmas Eve.
It's going to be awesome.
But we wanted to make sure that our families that didn't have anywhere to go or anybody to be with because of this COVID, that you've got a place to be. I remember I spent a Christmas Eve alone one year, and I just remember thinking, every church should have their doors open to receive someone who doesn't have family around in town, estranged, whatever the situation is, should have some place to go on Christmas Eve.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
So even though it's a pandemic, we're going to roll for it. So we'll be careful. We'll social distance and we'll spread out.
We've done that safely, and you've been to Publix, and you've been to restaurants, and you've been to other places safely. There's no reason why you can't do this, or at least feel safe. And we're going to practice that. We've done this before with the schools.
Yeah.
So we've served before, and so I think it's just going to be a great time. I think it's going to be a time where we're craving fellowship, and although we'll have to do it at a distance, but that it's going to be, our services are going to be sweet and simple and authentic, and I think that's what people like about the smaller services. And I mean, it's simple. That's what it's about. And because the manger scene was simple, I think. And I think the manger scene was, I've been watching bad church videos where they do Christmas Eve, and they're like these big mega churches, they do all these crazy like Santa skits, and they do Broadway productions and stuff. Have you seen that stuff on YouTube?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Some of the stuff
like
they
a
do.
Rockettes.
It's like a rock. They do the
one
Rockettes.
where it's like a Rockettes in the sanctuary.
I mean,
It
it's
was
just insane.
It was
I mean, just
interesting.
they got Santa flying. They got the Grinch coming out. It's like a
One of my
Disney.
sweetest memories, though, of being in the church is the live nativity that we did. That always just was such a sweet memory, and so we'll have to do that one year.
Oh, Sharon, I mean, I if I could do it, I would do it. But I'm just saying, some of these things were even over the top for even
What?
non-denoms. I mean,
What did
she was
she
saying,
say?
"Be nice." I was like, going, I'm not being ugly. I'm just saying, like, they're just. I mean, I'll give you an example. One of my years at one of my big churches was we allowed Frosty the Snowman to be sung at 11 o'clock traditional service, literally played as what was supposed to be the contemplative, meditative piece
And
right
did
before
you
the
get
message.
in trouble?
Oh Lord, I heard. It was as if Satan was rising
That
up
was
out
an
of the.
email or two
That was
or 100.
Satan was rising up out of the ground that night, but so we could have made that list easily.
Okay, so let's think of new traditions. So drop them in the box down below. Give us some ideas. New traditions. Okay, so my family tradition, because Christmas Eve was always like a 17-hour day, like because you work nonstop on Christmas Eve. So Christmas Eve, I gave my kids a new pair of pajamas. They could open one gift, and that's what they got. New pair of pajamas. Everybody got new pair of pajamas. No, we did not do the whole family photo thing. But we all had, and then we never got out of them on Christmas Day. Because my family lives, so we were usually home.
Oh, that's just
We
gross.
Actually, it was a lot of fun. We just stayed in our new pajamas all day on Christmas Eve. This would be a great year to have a PJ day on Christmas Day because you don't have to go anywhere. You can't go anywhere. You're not supposed to.
It's
go
going to be
anywhere.
snowing.
So, and it's going to be snowing. So that I think I'm going to reestablish that tradition. Just I'm going to stay in my PJs all day on Christmas Day.
I will not be in my PJs
and
all
I'm
day on Christmas
baking.
Day.
I'm going to bake all day on Christmas Day.
That'll be
I
fun.
just think I'm going to do that. Yeah.
I'm going to go visit Mom.
And then I'm going to eat it before the 1st of January.
I think I'm just going to sleep on Christmas Day. I think that's going to be my new tradition, is to absolutely just sleep and do nothing.
I don't think you can do that.
I think I could do that. I can sleep all day, but
no, I was going to say your personality could not just. I don't.
But I've honestly, on Christmas Day, I remember more times than not that I've been out doing ministry. Somebody needed something. I mean, it's just never ends.
No.
I'll never forget my first at a church down on South Side, that the first Sunday I was there at that church, my secretary's husband had a heart attack. I didn't even know her. And they were like, "Reverend, can you go to the hospital, please?" I go, "We know you're going to preach in about an hour, and we know you're haven't even met anybody, but can you come?" So I'm at the hospital in the emergency room with my secretary's husband. I walk in late for my first service to that church, just in time to preach. So they couldn't enter. I mean, I literally got there. I said, "I'm sorry, I've been in the hospital with one of your parishioners the whole morning." So that's the kind of stuff that you just do, but you have to do. And
Right.
it's a joy to do it. Just hate that other people have to go through those things. But that's why we're pastors, and that's why we love helping people. So Yvonne says, "I will help you eat, Sherry." Yes, Yvonne. Yeah.
We'll have to go from a 3-mile walk to a 10-mile walk if we eat all the cookies. But so did anybody else share? Give us some new things you're going to do this year.
No,
We've got to look forward to something different, and so we've got some time to.
I'm just looking forward to the
so.
new year, and I'm just looking forward to 2020. I know 2021 is going to be extension of 2020 in a lot of ways, but I'm not going to allow it to be in other ways. And we're shutting the door on a lot of things. I'm hoping people will get a new energy to be excited about serving God and not themselves. That's what I really hope, is that COVID has made us look so inward instead of outward because we can't be with people. Ministry's done hand to hand, person to person, face to face. We can't do that really. And we've done it well at Overcome, but the whole church hasn't been able to engage in that and where we were before.
No, I mean, it's been hard. And I think COVID has, I was talking to several people this week, and just, I think COVID has exasperated struggles in our life, in our own personal life, in our family life, and our, those things have been there, but now that everything's kind of shut down and turned off, we're kind of forced to sit with it. And so I hope that for many,
they'll make the decision to not sit with it any longer.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That it will be a year of, it's funny because we talked about 2020 vision and how this year was going to be the year of 2020 vision.
Yeah, that guy.
We didn't see this one coming. But, when you think about it, though, you think, it actually is a year of 2020 vision because it has allowed us to have time to be with ourselves and to figure out where those broken pieces are that need to be looked at and cared for and not just kind of pushed under the rug.
And I'm going to pray that people just aren't ornery
anymore. But you know what I mean? But I think what it's done is it's given us an insight. And if we use this in a healthy way, and if we don't know how to handle it, that we get the right, counsel and therapy to help us deal with things, though. But I think
Susan
that
has the right therapy.
A great year.
Susan said she's having a party in January to celebrate 2020 ending. That's therapy. That's party therapy.
Yeah, move it on out. It's time to move it on out.
Moving on up.
Yeah.
Moving on up.
But like you said, we're still going to be carrying in some of these things. You know what I mean? But I think we have to. That's when we choose joy. And
it truly is. It will be, I'm going to choose to put away a lot of stuff from 2020, but
in 2019 and 2018.
Yeah. Lord, if I could close the door on 2018 and 2019. But I'll tell you this, that if we don't come out of 2020 into 2021 like on fire for Jesus, we're in trouble. I mean, we really are, because it's just not going to happen. If we don't make the decision in the new year to come out like gangbusters and to say, you know what, this is just the day I'm going to start, then it's probably not going to happen in that person's life. And they've probably been sucked into the COVID vortex, and, they're pressing play on Sundays, and, they're just consumed with themselves. And that's sad. That's sad
when I was a kid, 2020, we were going to be flying cars. In 2020, when I was a kid, like that was the whole. Who saw a pandemic coming? No one. So,
I never saw I don't know. Honestly, you can tell me what you think is which is worse, wasting away or actually wasting away through a pandemic through fear and anxiety, or going out in a burst of flames. I don't know which is worse. I mean, Jesus lived a rocking 33 years of his life and lived one of the most powerful lives ever. And I mean, I think we have to be responsible, but at the same time, I think we've got to put some of this fear away, some of these excuses away, and get back into our lives.
You know what I mean? A lot of excuses.
Yeah.
We've heard some really great ones.
Guys, let me say this. If you're going to tell us you're not coming to church and then we see you like at...
No, because we're
posting pictures of yourselves at a party. You probably, here's your sign, as Josh Foxworthy would say. Here's your sign.
No, we know there's a lot of people that cannot come just cannot come because of medical reasons and trying to definitely just keep everybody healthy because of that. We totally understand that. But yeah, we have had several conversations.
And we just feel sorry for those people
we're social
because
distancing. We're not going out.
You know
we're not going anywhere but the grocery
do you
store.
know the irony
and then
of-
we see social media pictures and we're like,
you see, the
I
irony
didn't know
of
that was at
you know the
Publix.
irony of human nature is that we run away from the very thing we need the most.
That's right.
And I've felt that every single time, even in my own life, I've run away from the very thing I need the most. And the only thing I need is a relationship with Jesus. I get that relationship by serving him through what I do, but by also, even before I was a pastor, making sure that I was worshiping on Sundays, making sure that I was serving during the week, making sure that I was engaging my mind and my spirit in reading the Bible, making sure that I was just practicing it. I didn't get it right all the time. I mean, I wasn't a perfect at all of it for sure, but I mean, I was like, at least I was at the plate swinging. And I think that's the whole key. As long as you're at the plate swinging, I see some people dragging into church, dragging their 4 children, and I said something, at least they're at the plate. At least they are at the plate swinging. And some of these older people that really, by all means and purposes, should be at home flicking on play, they're coming in with their canes and their, and their walkers. And I'm like, you know what? They're at the plate swinging. And so, if 2021 isn't get back in the ball game and pick up the bat and start swinging again, then there are people that are never going to do that. And
well, I mean, I look at my own, I look back and reflect on 2020, and my prayer life was the pits. I mean, it was horrible. Should have been on fire for prayer. Now, that doesn't mean the Holy Spirit wasn't working in my life, and I wouldn't have, I'd have somebody on my mind. I'd send them a text, or give them a call. It didn't mean the Holy Spirit wasn't prompting my spirit, but my prayer life, because honestly, I didn't even know what to pray for. I mean, and that was pretty much my prayer at night. It was like the Lord's Prayer, and I'd be like, Lord, I have no idea I really just don't. Just please, heal this land and bring peace to us. And that was it, but I feel like I look back and I'm like, I should have really used this time to really have dug deep in my prayer life.
Yeah.
And, I think sometimes we just get so overwhelmed with, the circumstances and the situations that we just really honestly just don't know how to pray.
Well,
so,
and I think I think maybe you should be thinking about 2021 right now and going ahead. I mean, it's only 2 weeks away. I mean, that you're going to be celebrating 2021 by yourself. That's going to happen. Sorry. That's going to happen. And you better be thinking about a way which you can celebrate and be joyful and be excited about hitting the reset button on everything in your life and putting this COVID stuff behind you. I'm not saying be irresponsible. Susan, exactly right. Go live your life and be responsible. I continue to be responsible. I agree with that completely. But, somehow all of us are going to have to say, okay, this is where I got in the COVID trap. And this is where my life needs to improve.
Funk.
This is the funk.
It was the COVID funk.
I've become an ornery hot mess, and I need to change my life. And I complain about everything under the sun now. I'm bitter about things. And
I've had some interactions with some things and some, I've had some. And I have to tell myself, because I have a very sensitive heart. I take everything personally. Everything personally. It's never about me. It's usually not about me. It's never about me.
It's never about you.
It's not.
Well, you're perfect.
But not. But I do get very I'm sensitive to that. And I had to the other day, I was kind of lamenting to you going, well, what about this or what about that? And how about, and I was like, you know what? It's not, I need to let that go because I mean, a lot of us, all of us, are ornery right now. I mean, we're frustrated and, and so sometimes we interact with people and they're short or they're direct or they won't respond back and your feelings get hurt. It's really not about us. We have to remember that, I think, because then what happens is then we start to pull away even more.
Right. Everybody's going through.
We feel like everybody's
junk.
we're like, what is going on? I mean, there was a point a couple weeks ago where I was just like, I just want to get in the car, go to I don't know, the Grand Canyon where there's nobody but me.
Where Kay and Larry are.
I just want to be
We
out
want to
there
be with Kay and Larry.
by myself because
In an RV.
I can't handle all this stuff right now. And so I think we have to remember, too, to just offer each other grace, including ourselves. We've got to allow grace in our life and understand that, you know, it's not about us and that everybody's just, their fuse is super short right now. And including ours. And
so get your holiday, get your Christmas spirit going. Get an invitation out to Christmas Eve services, whether you're on the south side or the north side, to Overcome. Or for that matter, I'm even going to dare say this, go find a place where you can go worship. If you can't get to Overcome or, you know, whatever you want to do, just be in church somewhere. Or make it a point to come, you know, just make it a point to somehow engage, okay, in worship.
I watched Midnight Mass always. At 12 o'clock on Christmas
Yeah, if you
Eve,
can't get out, watch it on TV
that's
somewhere.
when I was doing some work with Santa. Santa and I were working. And that was a tradition that I started, and I would so look forward to it. So I have no idea what's going on with that. I would assume that they're going to be
the Pope's going to be having it. Yeah.
Christmas
Sure
Eve.
they are. They're just not going to have everybody in the
if
square.
you've never done that, if you've never watched Midnight Mass on Christmas Eve,
It's beautiful.
It is beautiful. It is beautiful. It is worth it. So take a nap.
That's all.
Set the alarm.
And
watch
so, but it will all depend on you. Don't let it come to you. It's not coming to you. And they're not going to be at your door caroling. They're not going to be picking you up to take you to service. They're not. You have to create right now with your Lord. You have to create a moment on Christmas, and I hope that you do that. I hope that you truly find a way to create something on Christmas Eve. We'll be creating something on the north and the south side, but especially when the new year rolls around, just what will you create? How will you flip the switch on what you need to be and how God is moving you into the new year? And we pray that for you, and we're here to help you. We're here to encourage you and to love you and to let you know that we're not going to be angry elves. We're moving through with being positive and happy and sweet and awesome and even more sugary Jesus than we already are. So cannot wait to be a Pez dispenser with you about that. So there you go. Amen?
Amen.
Sugar. Time to pour it out.
Put the angry elf away.
Put the anger. Here I am.
Put the angry elf away.
I'm spraying the sugar at you right now. Shh. Are you catching it?
But seriously,
Look,
we are a community of people that gathered Tuesday and Thursday nights Stronger Together. This whole thing started because we wanted to stay connected with y'all. And you know, when you get on and you say their names, I can picture their faces, and I feel connected. And when we don't do Stronger Together, I miss everybody.
Right.
Like this is my connection with Sharon Moore right now, you know, and Madeline and the Frankies and the McCormicks, and so like all of our friends that are typically on.
I mean, basically to this whole other group, I just say behave.
No, but I mean, I love being with them, and so when we're not on, we miss y'all. But
listen,
I think let's share some ways that we can make this Christmas Eve. We know it's going to be different. We know for so many we're hurting. We know for so many that we feel like Christmas has been canceled. But the truth of the matter is that Silent Night's going to play.
Amen.
This Thursday, a week from today. That Silent Night's going to play. That babe was born in the manger, and he's the one who gives us hope. He's the one that promises us peace. He's the one that gives and provides us joy, and he is the gift of Christmas. He is love. Mm-hmm. And when we can focus on that one thing, the whole reason we celebrate Christmas, which is all we have to focus on this year, because we don't have the traditions around the tree. We don't have the festivities with the food. We don't have the conversations or the family feuds, because let's just face it, that's what gathering with family is all about. We're not going to have that this year, but it does not take away the gift of Christmas. And so let's really focus in on it this year, and let's share in community things that we can do together to really set our spirit right, because you're right, this Christmas Eve could be the light in the darkness that moves us into 2021. And we have to decide it's going to look different still. Yeah. We know these vaccines are coming. We know that there's relief coming, but it has changed things for a lot of us. And so what are we going to do right now? Make a decision on what 2021 is going to look like.
And Kevin's absolutely right. What about Frosty? Frosty, we played that night, but what about Frosty? He had every reason to be pissed, mad, upset. Oh, is that a bad word?
Don't say that word.
Upset.
No.
We don't have any kids on anyway.
Well, I was going to say, no, you don't want to say that word.
I'm sorry. He had every man to be
Not the
screaming,
yellow snow word.
screaming
No
hot
yellow
mess.
snow.
They melted him.
No yellow
They melted
snow.
him. So he had every reason. So he got melted. And, you know, it was Santa, Christmas magic, that brought him back to life. And it doesn't take Christmas magic to bring us back to life. It takes the life of Jesus to bring us back to life.
Well
And
done,
so-
Ref. You wrapped that up well.
So, ho, 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 and happy birthday. That's what Frosty always say. Happy birthday. Because you'd always get Merry Christmas and happy. We love you. May God bless you. Take care. Happy birthday, guys. Godspeed. See ya. Bye.
Bye.